The bridge across the river needs repairs, Sir Topham Hatt told the engines. I shall have to make a weight limit across it for a while. Percy and Daisy will be all right, and Toby too, but Thomas is too heavy. How would you like to go and help Edward? Suggested Sir Topham Hatt. Can Annie and Clarabelle come? Asked Thomas. Sir Topham Hatt shook his head. They'll be needed here, I'm afraid. Daisy can't carry all your passengers. Percy promised to look after Annie and Clarabelle, but they were still sorry to see Thomas go. To cheer Thomas up, Edward took him to meet Bill and Ben, the twins who worked at the China Clay Harbor. Oh dear, not another blue engine, said Bill cheekily. First Edward, and Gordon. Seriously, Edward, said Ben. Why can't Sir Topham Hatt paint his engines a proper color, like us, for instance? Thomas let off steam indignantly. Let me tell you, he began. All right, you two, laughed Edward. Go move those cars, or there won't be room for any more. Bill and Ben, unabashed, went quickly away. You just don't have to take them too seriously, explained Edward. Thomas smiled ruefully. I wish I knew how you deal with them, he said. Near the harbor, the line crossed a lane. The crossing had no gates. The lane led to a farm that made butter and supplied milk and eggs to the town. One morning, the farmer had difficulty in starting his truck. He did it at last, but the truck bumped along in fits and starts. The farmer was worried about his load of milk and butter and eggs. That milk will be churned to butter soon, he muttered to himself as he neared the level crossing. The truck lurched across the rails. The rear wheels had just gone over when his engine made a noise like a tired sheep and stopped. The back of the truck was still jutting out over the railway line. The farmer struggled to start it again, but it would not go. He just got down to telephone for help when he heard a train approaching. Thomas wasn't going fast. When he saw the truck, he put his brakes on hard fast, but it was too late. Eggs, milk, and butter were catapulted all over Thomas. Ugh, he exclaimed. Just look at my poor truck, cried the farmer. What a way to make an omelet. The driver made sure that Thomas wasn't hurt. Then he stood back and surveyed the mess. He began to laugh. It's not funny, said Thomas. An egg yolk trickled down his nose and burst on his buffer. You're not standing where I am, laughed his driver. You look like a scrambled egg, Thomas. Well, if a scrambled egg feels as sticky and wet as I do, then it's very uncomfortable. Please clean me. Both driver and fireman tried hard, but the heat from Thomas's boiler had cooked the eggs, and they were stuck fast. Sorry, Thomas, said his driver at last. We can't block the line any longer. We shall have to go on. At the end of the line, Thomas was taken to Bill and Ben's yard to be cleaned. The twins were there. Hello, said Ben. Who's this? Must be a new engine, said Bill. Ben inspected the arrival carefully. No, Bill, that's not a new engine. It's Thomas. But it's our color, Ben, said Bill, and Thomas doesn't think our color is proper for an engine. They heard a grinding noise. Are your joints stiff, Bill? Asked Ben. But it wasn't Bill's joints. It was Thomas gnashing his teeth.